Hey guys, Britto here. Welcome back to Deadliest Catch Alaskan Storm. Here we are for part number 2 of our series. So we go into career, go to continue game. We should pretty much be ready to go to pick up these pots. They're all lined up here, ready to go. Of course there is. Crane motor's dead. Let's say we've over soaked them a little bit too. And now we're going to soak them even longer. What's your problem? He's just cranky.
What?
How are you doing?
Hanging in there.
You have a cash bonus.
Doing great down here.
Yeah.
Drink some.
Oh god, what are we giving cash bonus for? Now they're all going to get drunk. Right, let's see if we can get this crane motor fixed. Alright, good. Now can we start? Hopefully, everyone will come out on deck. Start to bring these pots in. I'll give ourselves a little bit more speed. Ooh, need to line ourselves up. Line ourselves up a little bit better. Go nice and steady. Alright, stop for a second. Let's try and give ourselves a line to follow like this. Got autopilot on. This guy should throw the hook out. Reel him in. So the crane, we probably didn't have to fix it. We could have left it unfixed and then possibly just threw the pots back in, depending on how much crab we have in each pot, which I guess we'll find out. Let's have a look from the deck camera. Looks like a pretty decent pot. Around about 100 keepers would be nice. I think that's probably what we're sort of aiming for, but guess we'll have to wait and see. So everyone should be on deck. Where's our other guy? Not sure where. I think, is it Tico? Not sure where Tico is. How many did we get? 65 keepers. Let's set it back. Why not? So where is... Why is there only 4 guys on deck? Someone's not out here working. Tico's there. Kenny's there. I think. Oh, there we go. Now they've just popped out of nowhere. Right, so I'll head towards the next pot. Go full steam ahead. Need to slow down a little bit. You don't want to be going too quick because when he does throw the hook, if you're going too fast, potentially he will miss. He will miss it. So 1.4% on the boat, so that wasn't a lot of crab, unfortunately. But nice big throw. Reeling it in. Good job. Hopefully we can get another decent pot size this time. Right, so the way this works is really good. Obviously you got one guy on the crane, one guy hooking up the pots, and obviously the old guy comes over and unhooks this, which is weird. The guy that hooked the pot up in the first place should be unhooking it so that he can stay on the crane. Lift it up, one guy to open the door, one guy to tip in, one guy to rebait, send it back out. So you really only need 71 keepers. You really only need 2 people on deck for Deadliest Catch the game, maybe 3, depending. Alright, let's go full steam ahead. Head towards this next one. See, they saw through that crab pretty quick, 2.7% full, so that's not too bad. I think we'll probably set the pots, collect them, set them back if they're anything above, 60, 70, and then only hit the same spot like twice, not any more than twice. I think he's going to miss this one because we're going too quick. Nope, you got it. That's a surprise. I thought he was going to miss it for sure. Alright, so pot number 3, this string. I don't know, people still aren't overly happy. Kenny's grumpy. Kale's grumpy. Spike's not too bad. We should be pretty happy because we're on pretty decent crab. No one's getting overly excited yet, but I don't think it's really that bad. This pot looks a lot better. We got like 66, 75, 78. Not too bad. So we'll set this pot back in. Right, back in, let's go. Don't really need to hit the horn. So we've got a decent amount of crab on board. I mean, by the time we get through the whole string, 25% would be nice. No, any more than that would be outstanding, but I don't think we're going to get a full boat from our first try, but I'll slow it down again. Hopefully you can hook this thing up and not miss it. Good job, Tico. Alright, so we'll see what this pot's got in store for us. Hopefully pretty good. Let's give Sid another call.
I don't know yet. We haven't even had...
Oh, really? What about you?
I don't know. We'll wait.
Ah, are we the first ones?
Pulling snails and starfish here.
Bang Star's not getting
It's
much.
pretty good so far over here. Not...
Sea Star's alright, but does that mean we're actually in a good spot, or are they lying to us? Nothing. Fishing's great. Okay, well, so he's in the purple area. So I don't know if that makes a difference. He's sort of in between here, but there's nothing there, but fishing's great, supposedly. The survey is only like a rough thing. Doesn't mean it's 100% accurate. But this pot looks really good. So I'll come back down to deck cam. Check out the big deck cam. This should be 100 keepers maybe. This is actually a decent sized looking pot. 84. That's pretty good. Happy with that. Set it back again. Come back out of deck cam. Head through to the next pot. How many do we have left in this string? That's 4. Should still be 4 to go, I think. So obviously we could have kept the boat moving slowly, picked it up, chucked it in. Maybe the next string we'll try that. We'll try and work out roughly how fast we should be going to get between strings and that sort of stuff. Get between pots, I should say, not between strings, between pots. So Tico should be able to nail this one again. Beautiful job. Yeah, Tico's really happy. Kenny's not. He's still upset. Same as Carl. Let's call him Carl. Carl's probably easier than Kale. Probably doesn't sound as weird either. Well, let's get the count. Looks pretty good. 55. 5. That's not very good. It looked pretty good, but I guess the size, the look of the pot really doesn't matter, because the pot could be chockers, but half to 3/4 of that could be female. So you just never know, I suppose. Right, so I'll head next to this next pot. Let's have a look. So there should be another 3 to go. Oh, big whale jump off to our right hand side there. Not sure if it's port or starboard. I can never get them right. I always get confused which side's which. We'll just go right and left. Right, so another pot coming aboard. Hopefully we've got another decent amount of crab. So that's weird that, Tico throws the hook. He should be hooking it up. He should be unhooking it. Then Kenny leaves the console to come over and unhook when Tico's down there doing nothing, which doesn't make sense. So Obviously, this game has been out for quite a long time and it doesn't have updates. You know?
Radio
Ooh.
fishing is all about lying and cheating. It's like a game of chess. You're trying to outmaneuver the next guy by getting information on that radio any way you can. You're trying to decipher the tone.
Pretty much, we should yell, lie, or say, oh, it's good crab.
Sounds
Good crab. We might encourage him to come over here, and then we can go somewhere else. You know it's 47, so you know it's alright. It's not great, but you know, it's not bad, I suppose. Let's have a look. 2 more pots after this. See, if we don't set these back, we put them on the deck, and then we get to our next string, and our next string has got 100, 150 keepers in it. You know, then got pots sitting on deck when they could still be in the water. You know, I don't know. It's sort of just a bit of a hit and miss, I suppose. So I think next time, try and focus on something like, see where he is. I don't know. He said fishing is great, but it doesn't actually give you like the depths and stuff. It'd be pretty cool if it actually gave you a depth like it does in Deadliest Catch, the game. It gives us depth so we can sort of, you know, aim for a certain depth, a certain temperature, and just hope there's something there. But fortunately, we don't get that this game. So there's pros and cons for both versions of the game, I suppose. Right, so second last pot of the string. Once again, Kenny coming over to unhook it. Doesn't make sense, but it is what it is, I suppose. Right, how many do we get this time? It's probably not that full. 47, so we're still in the 40s. Not the best, but worth setting back. We'll probably over-soaked them too, to be honest. 30 hours, so... And that's just with breakdowns and stuff, I suppose. Right, let's get this last one. Still preparing bait. We've got bait everywhere at the moment. 8.6% full, so yeah, we're probably going to be close to getting 10% full, so probably get both of these strings on board, then head back to Dutch Harbour to be able to offload our catch. So I'm pretty sure there is other competition in the area. If we go down to Dutch Harbour, so still waiting in line 12 crew, one waiting in line 8 crew, 1 and 10 crew, 1 and 6 crew. We can get fuel. We can't get fuel from King Cove. I don't know why you'd want to go in there anyway. Like Akatan, Dutch Harbour, and St. Paul would be the only places I would sort of go to. But anyway, right. So Tico, 8 from 8. Well done. Not better than I would have done. Let's give ourselves just tiniest little bit of speed. Make it back down again so we can sort of space these apart a little bit. Looking at the map, we're sort of on the outskirts. So you would think like the dark red would be better for fishing, but maybe the purple is. That's if the fishing over here from Sea Star, if he's not lying to us. I don't know. So the pot doesn't look too bad again, I suppose. Once again, said it 1,000 times already, Kenny's leaving the console for no bloody reason. Just making things take longer than it should. They're probably half a pot.
Fishing is being patient. After you've set your first strings, just remember the longer they sit in the water, the more crab you're going to catch, assuming that you hit anything at all. A trick is to spot check your pots, or you can pull them on a short soak, 4 to 6 hours for example. If you see that there's life in the area and something's actually crawling in, leave your pots alone. My advice is to let them cook. Let those pots soak for as long as you can. 2 days is usually the best time to pull them on, because then you've maximized
2
the time in
days.
the water
Oof.
and you've maximized your bait, giving you the most crab you can get out of that area in one soak period.
Interesting. So 2 days. So get this one thrown back in. Ooh, 70 keepers in this pot. It's not too bad. Might let these other guys soak a little bit longer then. So he's pretty much saying, 48 hours. I don't know. Right, let's throw this in. Wait for these guys to finish sorting through the crab. Boom. Right, we can all go to bed now. Autopilot is off. Well, these guys, make sure they all come up as they're resting. Head towards the east. Kenny, yep, all in bed. I'm going to do a quick save just to make sure. Right, there we go. Let's head to here. Head to here somewhere. What I want to do is sort of myself lined up with these string. Can't see where that other pot is. But in this game, you don't want to be throwing the boat in reverse to slow it down at all, if you can avoid it. Maybe a little bit, it's not going to hurt too much, but alright, where's that boy? Just there. We're going back a little bit more. Right, there we go. Pretty much set up for where we want to be. We said, 48 hours. Let's go through to say 44, and then we'll bring them in. Wonder if they actually change colour though from white. So 2 days is 48 hours. If we come back at 44. There we go. Let's go reel them in just in case we have any more breakdowns, which is highly possible the way things have been going. Right, why is one guy's just standing at the back doing nothing? Right, so hooked it up. Let's plot our course. Like that. There we go. Let's go. Oh, what's wrong with you now? Oh, what's wrong with you now?
What?
How are you
Hanging in
doing?
there.
Hanging in there.
Doing great down here.
Stop your whining. Seriously. That looks like a full pot. That's what we want to see. Let's give ourselves a little bit of speed. Certainly a 48-hour soak is going to be the goods, I think. $80 keepers. So yeah, better than it was before, but still not a huge number. I've seen the numbers in the hundreds, 110, 120. Alright, so 336. Let's bump our speed up a little bit more. 528. As long as he doesn't miss a pot, we should be fine just to leave it and let them go. Right, so coming up on pot number 2, so we had 80 keepers in the first one. Interesting to see what we get in the rest of them. I don't know if I should be taking note here so we don't forget. Did he miss? No, he didn't miss, so good. Keep it at 528. Hopefully we'll be able to get the pot on board, emptied, throw it back in before we hit the next one. Looks like another decent pot, but I think we're going a little bit too quick. I think we're going to be going too quick. 82 keepers, set it back, so at least we're sort of averaging out alright. Right, throw this one back in. A little baby whale there just in front of us. So 336. Bring in another one and see how we go this time. I think these couple pots are going to be a little bit too close together, but oh, did something go wrong then, or is that them? I think they might have just turned the light on. I think we really need the light, not in here. Alright, let's see how we go with this pot. 87. 87, so it's getting better and better from 80 to 82 to 87. Set the pot back in. We certainly need a little bit more speed. We want to sit at about 432. So those 87 crab gave us like 1.6%. It's going to take us, you know, a fair while to get a full boat. It really is. Right, let's have a look at how many have we got left. We've only got 3 so far. Pot number 4. 5.8 knots. Might try and bring our boat back over a little bit. Get a little bit closer to the boys for Tico, make it a little bit easier for him. So Kenny's grumpy. Carl's grumpy still. I don't know why, there's nothing we can do to fix these guys.
What now? Just let me
How
do
you
my
doing?
job.
Right, just hang in there.
Can't complain too much.
Captain, no complaints.
Yeah, no complaints. Tell them to stop whining and they get even more unhappy, so I won't tell them that. $67, so that's not very good. Certainly dropped off a little bit. So we should get this one thrown in. 5.8 knots is pretty good. Sort of just writing down speeds and stuff so we can sort of try and optimize things a little bit better for future episodes and that sort of stuff. But what numbers really haven't been outstanding, I suppose. Let's have a look at our. So we probably could have soaked them a little bit longer, but I didn't want to have any dramas with electrical issues and then, you know, or a crane issue and lose more and more hours. Get this pot on board. How many have we got to go? 80, that's pretty good. 3 to go. That one of 67 sort of It's thrown us out a little bit. See, it's weird that, you know, Tico leaves where he was to go down to start look at sorting fish, and then Kenny leaves the console to throw the boys back in the water. So it's all sort of weird, but I think he's missed. Make sure you get it the second time. Did he got it the second time? So missed one so far. It's not too bad still. So when we get closer to the end, after we bring this second last pot in, when we get onto the second pot, once this gets thrown in the water, we'll send Spike off to make some food for the guys, and hopefully that'll lift their spirits. Right, what sort of numbers we got here? I thought the boys would be pretty happy. It looks like another full. Looks full in there, but only 60 keepers. So obviously, as I said before, it looks full, but we're probably getting more females than males, unfortunately. Right, oh, wrong button. Go Spike. Go and prepare a meal. The boys up here have got it under control. Right, so I've got one guy just sorting fish at the moment. Missed two in a row. Come on, mate. Good, you got it that time. It's not good. So we should have 20% by the time we finish this string, which isn't going to be too bad. Still sorting away. It's getting there ever so slowly. That just proves you only need 4 people on deck. You don't really need the 5, so it's just us throwing money at them for no reason, really. Does this give us how much fuel we've got? No, it doesn't. 5 fathoms of fuel, maybe that's what that means. Right, what do we got this time? We have 84. But not too bad. I have to hurry up and get this pot put in the water. Slow down a bit because we're getting close to this next one. I'll try and get us back up to 4 knots. About 430 RPM again. 432. It's close enough. Spike's still cooking away. It does take him a little while. Kenny comes over, the old fella. I'll tell you why he doesn't like doing it. Old fella's working too hard. Right, what did we get this time? 87. So average is probably the high 70s, low 80s. You know, we've got everything in 80s except for a 67 and a 60. So you know, it's not too bad. Right, let's turn this off. We need to head left, don't we? We do. Head left. Just gonna leave these guys on deck for a minute because I want to see what happens once he's finished cooking. Alright, so we'll head towards this other pot. One thing that I do like about Deadliest Catch the game that you can't do with Deadliest Catch Alaskan Storm is being able to turn on the spot. That is a really good feature for Deadliest Catch the game. It just makes things so much easier than this and fishing Barents Sea, where honestly the way the boats handle in fishing Barents Sea is bloody terrible. And the whole autopilot thing here is awesome. They certainly need to implement the autopilot. Alright, so let's turn a little bit to the left towards this other pot, which should be just about straight ahead now. Yep, just over there, I can see it. Yep. I'll slow down a little bit.
Dinner is served.
Dinner is served, so he's done cooking. Put everyone to sleep. So I don't know if they actually eat it or not, but let's try and line this guy up. Reduce the speed a little bit. Better be inside. I like first person. As far as this goes, being able to see everything from up here, first person is probably the way to go. Right, so let's come to a complete stop. Right, there we go. We've got 41 hours for 67.5.
Don't piss me off right now.
Hang in there. Is this northwestern? Maybe we shouldn't have told him it was good fishing, because now he's over here into our bloody area. So 48 hours done. Northwestern's just there. Bastard he is. Right, let's.
There's a problem, Captain. You bet.
And that's exactly why we should come back before we really need to, because now they're going to over soak. Alright, done. Now we should be good to go, so I'm going to save the game here again, and we'll end the episode here, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, as always, smash that like button, leave a comment, let me know what you think of the series so far. If you want to see it continue, if you got any ideas, etc., leave it in the comment section as well. I'll be sure to pass it on to the guys from Deadliest Catch the Game. If you guys are new to the channel and haven't subscribed yet, guys, please do so. It's been Britto. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.